good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter what time this is reaching you. I hope it brings positivity and value into your life. Welcome to Wake Up with Richard. I'm Richard Galarza, and today I'd like to talk to you about courage. Courage. It's a crazy concept for a lot of people. Most of us don't tend to have a lot of courage, or we have courage in one area of our life, but not in the other areas. We can have courage with women, but not with our job, or job, but not with women, or with our spouses, or however it is. So let's just jump right into it. Courage is, let's define it here. Courage is not the absence of fear. Most people think it's like, oh, you're not afraid, so you're courageous. Courage is, having the fear, having the doubt, having the anxiety, having, the worry, not being sure, but doing it anyway. Acting in spite of fear, doubt, anxiety, worry. That sounds so difficult. And it can be if you make it difficult. If you tell yourself, oh, that is difficult, is difficult. Our beliefs become things. Our beliefs become us. And if we believe something's difficult, we make it difficult. It's not as difficult as it sounds. It might be difficult when you first start doing it. When you first try. When I first tried to start doing it, I remember when I was in high school and stuff, wanted to talk to girls after I got my teeth fixed, and I was really trying to speak to girls and stuff like that. I was and I started doing this thing. I would just say, I think I got it from like the Family Matters or Full House, one of those shows as a kid. I think it was probably Family Matters or something. And I would just count to three. Like, okay, when I count, I'm going to count. Maybe I just came up with it. I don't know. I'm going to count to three in my head. And at three, I have to do it. And I'd be like, in my head, 1, 2, 3. Hey, will you go out with me? Hey, how are you? Or, whatever. Just start a conversation or say something. And pretty much, especially when I first started, 16, 17. I was super shy kid, super quiet kid and everything, and it was, oh my goodness, I'd be sweating, heart pumping like crazy, and oh my goodness, it's still, even, talking to my wife, before we were married and stuff, still the same thing. I would go with it a little bit different because of more positive experiences on my belt, but still have the sweaty palms. Oh my goodness. I'm a very anxious guy, worrywart and everything, overthinker. But I don't let that stop me, Doing that, I read, there's a book on it now that I see, I don't remember the author's name, but it's the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule, which she does the same. She's talking about doing the same thing where I say 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1, and she just says count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. Just do it. Boom. Just do it. And so I when I saw about this book, and I was like, oh wow, I wrote a book on something I've been doing since a kid. And I thought about, where did I get that? Like, did I just start doing it? Was I just some like super genius kind of thing, just doing that on my, figuring something out like that? And now like somebody's making millions of dollars on a book. But I think about it, maybe I learned it from one of those Family Matters, Fresh Prince, or Full House, something. One of those shows I watched as a kid. And they did have it. I remember the father, Carl Winslow from Family Matters, doing 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me was his idea of how to deal with stress and stuff like that. And then we saw Woosaw in one of the one with Will Smith and Martin. I can't think of the name right now, where they're Miami cops. Those movies, I don't know if it was part 1 or 2. But So we've seen stuff in movies. There are so many books out on more techniques to do things, so we can learn how to deal with how to have courage, how to act in the spite of fear, act in spite of act in spite of fear, anxiety, worry, stress, and all those things, even though I'm tired, even though I don't feel like it, even though I don't want to. And the biggest thing that helps me with something like fear, or, that belief that I don't want to, I don't feel like it, is I think about what makes us human. What makes humans different? We have our brain. We have our. We have our emotions, right? That's what makes us where we're not like robots, right? It's our emotions. I don't feel like it. I feel sad. I feel, I don't feel like doing this. Our emotions make where we're not like robots, but our ability to think beyond our emotions and to act beyond our emotions, go above and beyond. There's our emotions. We go above and beyond our emotions is what separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. That's what makes us the true kings of the world, of the jungle. Even though the lions are fiercer and whales are huge, and elephants are the most powerful creatures on land, and whales are the most powerful creatures on earth that we know of. Might be something 10,000 leagues under the sea that might be bigger than whales. Don't know. The Kraken. But our ability to think and act above our emotions. Emotions are over here. Thinking and acting above our emotions is what separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. A snake, when it's afraid, it just attacks out of fear. But we have the ability, we have that same fight or flight instinct, but we also have the ability to think logically through it. And if we do not train that ability, it is not easy. But once we start training, it becomes easier. Just like, lifting weights. You start training low, picking up 5 pounds or 3 pounds or whatever. My son is 2 years old, and for like the last 6 months or so, or a year now, since he's been able to walk, he can lift up 2-pound weights and stuff. So it's a very powerful thing. And when I started, I was being able to bench press just the bar, 45-pound bar, when I was 16, 17 years old and everything. But, or, 13, 14, actually. And, years and years later, I'm able to do a lot more, 200 plus pounds. And that's even when I, not being consistent and all that. But with consistency, wow. People are doing 300, doing, twice their weight. There was a kid years ago who now he's grown up and he doesn't work out like that. He was lifting like 4 times his weight. He was like a little 60-pound kid lifting 200 plus pounds. It was crazy. And with consistency and effort, things can grow. Your courage can grow. You train your courage just like you train your muscles. You get better with time, with effort. If you just kind of, I'm just going to kind of do this. I'm going to be courageous and stuff. You kind of do some little ish. You're not going to get better. You're not going to get more courageous. If you don't put effort into it, okay, I'm going to do this 1, 2, 3, boom, do it. 1, 2, 3, boom, do it. 1, 2, 3, boom, do it. Courage and, consistency and effort in the things that you do. If you lift, okay, I'm lifting this. This is a heavy weight for me. Oh my goodness, I'm lifting, a 40-pound dumbbell. This is okay, yeah. But when I do When I lift that 40-pound dumbbell, it's like, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If I lift it and I do 3, okay. If I lift it and I squeeze and I just get 1, I'm putting in way more effort, and it's gonna do more for me than doing 1,000 without effort. If you and that's something I tell people when I train them, my wife included and everything. You put in effort in every single rep. You put in effort in every single thing you do. You're gonna get more out of it than if you do it 1,000, 10,000 times without. If you do 10, 20, 30, 100, you'll get more out of it in 20 than you will doing 1,000 without effort, without all of your effort, and a lot of it is learning what is putting more effort for that specific thing, and for me at my level right now, if I'm able to lift 50 pounds, but I'm only lifting 20 pounds and everything, and I'm going, but it's only 20 pounds and everything. It's not as much effort that needs to go into it then, so I'm not putting maximum effort. If I can lift 50 pounds, but I do like 40 pounds, so it's good, and I get some good form and everything, and I just want to do some more reps than that, but I put that effort into it, I can get more out of it than if I just, oh my goodness, it's hard to do 50. So, putting more effort just gets you more out of life, and being consistent, most of us start something, try to be courageous, and then boom, it doesn't work out the first time. Okay, I can't do it. And we tell ourselves these things, I can't do it. But we can. It just takes time. We just got to keep putting the effort. We're going to have to fail. We have to fail. We have to not be able to do it sometimes. Some of us, we don't get it right off the bat. And if you don't get it right off the bat, that's okay. You just keep going. You keep going towards that. Give yourself 90 days of doing it multiple times a day. Go talk to some random people. Meet a stranger and make a friend. Be positive, Do something. Do something that's going to help you feel better in this world. Do something positive. Shake somebody's hand. Wave hello. Smile. Give a thumbs up. It feels embarrassing. Oh my goodness, I'm that weirdo guy just giving a random thumbs up or a smile at somebody. Oh my God, what do people think about me? But act in spite of those worries and of the embarrassment of those negative thoughts. Don't worry about other people. Or even if you do worry, do it anyway. Do it anyway. I just want to say, motivation is a powerful tool. Figure out ways to motivate yourself. But act in spite, even if you aren't motivated. Act in spite of your lack of motivation. Act in spite of your fears, doubts, worries, of your failures and everything, of your beliefs at this moment. Because I promise you, no matter what it is, you can get better. I'm sure, LeBron James couldn't shoot a basket. He was probably just 3 years old, but it was one point he couldn't shoot a basket, and he didn't say, oh my God, I'm never gonna do this. No, he just had fun, enjoyed it, and just kept going. So even when you're failing, find the positivity in that. Find it where it and just like my gratitude video, take it and be grateful for it, because it gives you an opportunity to grow. Every time you fail, it's just an opportunity to grow. It's a lesson that says, look, this is where you're not good yet. You're not good at this yet. You can't do this yet. So it is an opportunity to grow to the next level. And if you always quit when things are tough, you will never grow to your next level. So I hope that you take my words, you learn from what I got to say. Have a beautiful, powerful, wonderful rest of the day. good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.